they all sound like way over. Just there's so much, man. Like Trinity Bird. Like, calm down.
Hey everyone, welcome to a new video series that Team Undaunted is going to start doing that we are calling the Junk Hunt. So basically, we're taking a look back at decks that we've built in the past that maybe didn't turn out so great. Decks that we may have been really excited for, we thought about when we were in the shower, we theoried all the way on our commute to work or on the way back home, and they just seemed incredible. And we built them and we shared them with the team, and we're like, yes, this is it. We broke the format, so excited. And then we played a couple of games on PTCGO, and oh crap, they're not good. They're junk. Um, Hence the junk hunt. Like Sableye from Dark Explorers, we are picking them up out of the discard pile and sharing them with you, putting them back into our hands, because we thought it'd be fun to showcase not just the decks that do well. Obviously, that's what ends up getting most of the spotlight. We kind of wanted to put a twist on it and showcase the decks that did the exact opposite. You know, maybe had a couple of games here or there, but for the most part, just didn't work. And we want to take you through our process of like why we thought it might have been good and what led us to believe it wasn't good. Um, We'd like to start releasing these videos with the release of every new set. So in this case, Vivid Voltage just came out, but we're going to showcase the decks that we began building when Darkness Ablaze came out. What got us really excited about that. And then the next video will be the decks that we're thinking about right now. The decks that right now, with this recording, we think are currently good. Some of them will end up in the next Junk Cut number 2. So get excited for that. But right now, what we're going to share with you, we've got a couple decks. We've got a Milotic Frostmoth deck, where Milotic is the main attacker. We have this. Uh, we have a version of V-Birds, which of course stands for Victini Bird Trio, but we actually have a version of it with no Victini that uses just abilities like Tapu Koko and Dedenne and the rest of the gang that actually we tried to make work before Victini ended up being okay. And lastly, we have a Turbo Zacian deck, which, you know, is kind of okay, and Zacian is just a good card. But what makes it junk is that we were really obsessed with like making Giant Bomb work, and it kind of didn't. So we'll be bringing that to the table. And I think as a bonus, we have some pre-recorded games of this Silvally GX Dark Box deck. Is that right, Frank?
Yeah, Tate and I worked on Silvally Weavile Dark Box, and he actually played it for an online tournament or two, and we got some good footage on it. But it never really made its way to the mainstream for quite a few good reasons that we'll talk about. But to start, let's get into the first deck, my pet deck here, which was the great idea I had of Milotic V with Frostmoth. And now this is right when Inteleon was still pretty popular, but I thought Milotic V would be a good card because in theory, you know, you have an unlimited damage cap really with this Aqua Impact attack, and you can keep increasing your output with cards like Absol and Galarmine. And you know, we were able to one-shot Centiskorch. So in theory, I thought all of these things would be great, and you can hit heavy on these basics. But what ended up happening with this deck is that I just had so many pieces to set up: Galarmine, Absol, Frostmoth, getting all the necessary energy. It was just too much for the deck, and it kind of got overshadowed by ADP and Zacian, which set up a lot easier.
Yeah,
And
a
Milotic,
little bit easier.
yeah, a little bit. And Milotic became more of just a splashable card in certain decks like ADP or Welder Box or something like that. And for very good reasons, just because as a deck on its own, I think it just takes too much steam to really get the engine going. But
Yeah.
overall, Milotic V, great card. Um, not its own deck, or at least not with Frostmoth. And so when I look at
Right.
this in pulling it out of the junk bin, I kind of, you know, obviously want to take a look back at these and see maybe can we still, you know, utilize them. And my thoughts are maybe with Welder and this Welder box kind of deck that Tate have been working on, or maybe I know recently with Vivid Voltage there was a Milotic Welder box that just placed in like a top 8 or was going like 6-0 in one of these online tournaments. So maybe that's something we can revisit in the future. I don't know if any new cards came out in Vivid Voltage that can make this deck any better, or maybe make a different version of the deck any better. What do you think?
You know, I think what would have to happen to make this deck work is another very impactful basic, be it V, be it just a big HP basic otherwise, that has a cool effect based on your opponent's retreat cost. So right now, Milotic is the only thing that's benefiting from the Absol and from the Galar Mine. But if there was some other type of attacker that attacked for less and maybe did like 40 times or something like that, so that way you had multiple Pokemon taking advantage of those effects, then maybe you could get it to work. Maybe if you could pull away from the Frostmoth engine and lean into like focusing on the Absol and Galar Mine, because I think another way to showcase why this deck struggles is because the Frostmoth decks we are familiar with, be it Inteleon or Water Mewtwo and stuff like that, they're not even tier 1, and they're pretty good decks because you just get your Frostmoth out and you attach. Lapras is another example. And like once you do that, Frostmoth Pokemon attach waters, the Pokemon's like, thanks, Frostmoth, I'll take it from here, and they just do big damage. But with this, you get Frostmoth, you get Milotic, you get energies on it, and Milotic's like, cool, I can't do anything until I have Absols, until I have Galar Mine. So you're just adding pieces and pieces and pieces, and it's so hard to set up. But I'm not sure anything from Vivid Voltage specifically could bring this into a place of prowess. But let's keep an eye. As so long as Absol is in Standard, it's just on the cusp of Standard currently.
Mm-hmm.
We'll be keeping an eye on it because it is good. I mean, even just increasing the retreat cost is annoying. You turn off the effectiveness of Air Balloon and stuff like that, force your opponents to burn switches. So there's something there, but it's not in this form right now.
Yeah, I think Milotic deck in general goes in the kind of back storage bin. I think we maybe have to build the deck a different way, maybe try some older stuff if that ever comes up. But for right now, we will just keep it on the side. So not throwing it away completely, not going to push it to the front here, but Milotic V, always going to be in the back of my
mind. Frank, yeah, you love it. It's your pet.
Yeah. So the next deck, titled Bird Trio, is just no V, just birds. Just no V birds, no V, just the birds. Soul bird.
3 birds.
Yes, the 3 birds. So this deck is really cool, actually. So this is the pre V birds deck, and I like played a couple games with it, and we put it together. And then, I actually, like you said, we took a shower and it was like, it needs tea, because what was happening in these games were the Dedenne, it took up too much bench space. Dedenne, Zigzagoon, Crobat, Jirachi's, the bird. It's just you could not fit enough on your bench for everything to get going. And a lot of the times, ADP would just gust up 2 Dedennes, right? And so what made the V-Birds deck cool is that you didn't rely on any ability, 2 prized ability based draw, which is kind of why we resorted to that. But this deck is still good. This is still a good deck. It just wasn't what we really thought would be best for the format when we first put it out. But here is, I think, a perfect example of something maybe we should get a couple games in with and see how it looks now. Are there any changes we could make with
you know what?
Vivid Voltage?
I was tinkering with V-Birds and putting some cards in from Vivid Voltage. So looking at this now, let me really go at it. I don't know if Amazing Rare Jirachi would be any good. Probably not. I think the regular Jirachi is just fine with your 4 nets and 4 switch. I had messed with a Leon, but again, that was in the greens version. Let me take a look at Vivid Voltage. I'm truly doing this on the fly.
I think Leon is a great idea. I think it might be better in greens, and it could fit in here. And I was thinking the other card. At first, I thought Telescopic Sight might actually be good because the biggest problem we ran into, right, is with Eternatus, you needed to push 20 extra damage sometimes.
it is okay. It is okay for E-turn. It is okay for that.
because we
It's
wanted
weird.
powerful
One
energy.
right. 140 isn't. It also isn't hitting numbers. You know.
Well, no, but I mean, you do. So I think that's the only thing we need it for because we have two Vitality Band in here, literally just to hit. You'll hit 220 um, on Zacian, but then also you needed to hit 220 plus 120 to knock out an Eternatus. Whereas like at one telescopic sight on an E-turn would fix that. And the other thing, even with these Zacian decks, right, you're gonna Sky Legends most of the time anyway. And so it's like you don't really need to be doing that 220 because you're gonna hit it with a 110 somewhere along the line anyway. Is that like does that make do you see what I'm saying?
I do think that makes sense, and I think that's a perfectly good reason to cut from 2 Vitality Band to 1, which is all I think you need. I think the more important tool than Telescopic Lens is actually Big Charm, as I've discovered in V-Birds, because surprisingly, Big Charm obviously helps because it forces Eternatus to need extra pings from a Zigzagoon or from poison. They obviously cap at 270 and they need to do 30 more. So they just need to poison you with 1 Toxicroak. If you have a Big Charm, they need 2 more Toxicroaks for the one shot. And interestingly, Pikarom, Full Blitz only does 300 after weakness. And if you have a Big Charm, you do actually provide.
So I like that a lot. And I think with the Zigzagoon, if we play Telescopic Sight, we don't even need the Vitality Band, honestly. So I think we can throw in.
Yeah. Let's cut Vitality Band for the sake of this video. I'm trying to think because I haven't played a lot with the ability version. Obviously, it's our junk. We're pulling it up out of our discard pile and trying to make changes on the fly. But this is kind of cool, right? This is good content, right?
Oh,
We're deck building right now. No, I tried a Talonflame V because it can do good stuff on turn 1. It's got free retreat, and it also is a target for Welder. It's something else that can attack and take knockouts on Zacian for a lot cheaper.
I like that. I don't think
like a Talonflame.
All right, so what? We have 1 charm, 1 sight. I'd like 2 charm. I'd like 2 charm, 1 telescopic sight. I don't know how you feel about that.
Just put in 1 sight, baby. We all know you want to see it.
2. Do we want 2 charm though? Should I find a spot for a second charm?
That would be charming to me personally. Cut a.
We got 2 Viridian. We don't need 2 energy spinner.
Cut a Marnie. I don't know. In the no, sorry. I'm in V-Bird.
We got 2 Hearth. We got 2 Hearth, 2 Viridian. I'll cut a Viridian. We got 2 spinner, and we got the Stadium Nav. I think that's fine. We got.
Okay.
We don't need 4 stadiums.
There you go.
And you want what? Talonflame?
Talonflame would be fine. You could probably cut the Stadium Nav. It's not like we don't need it turn 1. It's not like we're playing, that Fossil Research Lab or something where like our entire strategy hinges on the turn 1 giant herd. Otherwise Welder decks would be playing Stadium Nav, and they're not, and they're doing fine.
That's true. Do I have Talonflame? No. Let's chill and tell. We don't need him.
All right.
Let's see how the site works. And then we'll go from there. Let's just get some games in with this bad boy.
Yeah, so obviously the ability version seemed good because of Tapu Koko Prism Star. And that can technically be played in the greens version because ideally you put it into play and it immediately leaves play, so you can still play greens, but then the problem would be starting with it, and that just led to a lot of clunky openings where you had no potential supporter to play. So it ended up not making the cut for V-Birds, but it's obviously great in here. Tapu Koko V Prism Star is an incredible card for setting up. And between Welder itself and a Waterhead Energy attachment from hand, you can power up Trinity Burn in one go. So it makes sense. But yeah, the biggest problem, honestly, was just like ADP not caring about the big 300 HP bird. It was like, oh, hey, cool Dedenne, hey, cool Crobat, which, everyone is very familiar with. And V-Birds just didn't have to put up with that. So Let's get some games in. What do we got?
Not a
I
bad
don't think
start.
it's that good. I don't think it sets up math. It gets kind of interesting if you hit a Dedenne for 140, then you just need 2 pings.
Well, I think
Like,
the Zigzagoon now, because we don't have Vitality Band, is really for Zacian if you need the Zigzagoon ping.
yeah, for a bunch of stuff. Busted.
What do we do? I think I Hearth.
I don't think this is a matchup where you need telescopic sight, so you can get rid of it.
No,
this is probably
this is Eternatus. You need to probably cite the Eternatus. We're gonna Hearth away a fire, I guess.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you have to get it to the bench. That's awkward, but I see what you're saying. Yeah, if you hit it for 140 and then the 210. Okay, all right. You talk me back into it.
Trust the process. Grab the boy. Don't even. We're gonna just hit a supporter. I have a scoop up net. I'm gonna go scoop up net, switch, and try it again. I think.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Run it back. Run it back.
Run it back. Easy one. We're playing Axel Alvarez, I think, who actually has done well at some big events in the past. So that's good for him.
Yeah, get the research as a backup, but we're gonna get the welder off next turn. Wish, aren't we, bud?
Easy.
Okay.
But yeah, no, I definitely think we're gonna have a good opponent here, so it'll be good for these games.
We could Trinity Burn next turn if we get that welder, and if we send
Trinity Burn the game away. Scoop up that Trinity Burn.
No, Trinity Burn's the 210, not Sky Legends GX.
Oh no, okay, yeah.
Come on, this guy doesn't even know the names of the
decks. They all sound like way over. There's so much, man. Like Trinity Burn. Like, calm down.
There's 3 of them.
What Hyper Beam was like the hardest attack. Like that sounded hard, bro. Like you didn't need to go past that. Sky Legends.
They're legendary. They're legendary, and they're flying. Come on. Ooh, Spinner's good. Spinner for the lightning.
Yeah, and then we can even discard it for the Coco if we don't.
Yeah, I'd end up discarding, depending off the Stellar Wish. You might want to Coco it or something. Okay. You know what?
I think I just grabbed nothing here.
Yeah, because you want to keep this in the deck for when you research. Yeah.
I don't think there's anything I want to do here.
Yeah, because you don't need to play the Hearth until you're using it for the welder.
Yeah, it should be fine. I think as long as we hit a...
Could have maybe benched that other bird. Like, if they want to boss it, like, fine.
Yeah, well, the other thing is, like, I'll probably want a Coco or something, because we only have 1 lightning in deck, and so we'll need to hit that or spinners if we with the Coco. And so if they knock out the Jirachi, and we have to promote the bird share, that'd be annoying.
You know, it kind of sucks. Like, I get what you're going for, attaching the... hey, okay.
Yeah, top deck the spinner? Oh.
That's pretty good. Okay. We were saved. Because then if that Jirachi would have been knocked out, it would have been awkward. Had we attached the lightning, we could have attacked. But only because we couldn't have Coco'd to the active if the Jirachi had been knocked out. But now we're all very thankful for what had just transpired.
Almost
weird, like doing research to active is so awkward.
Part of me wants to welder onto the... No, that'd be dumb.
Yeah, I don't think...
Part of me figured I could try and like set up... Yeah, if I hit the Coco, then I can Coco on to this guy instead. But,
okay.
This is fine. I just actually need to scoop up our switch now, which should be easy enough.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay. That's cool.
That's
cool.
No, hear me out.
What's up?
Do I Sky Legends here?
No.
Hear me out. He's dead hand. He didn't play supporter. Maybe he did. But
you
Sky Legends
as
hit this for 140. Next turn, Welder.
no.
No, that's it. I think we Sky Legends.
You do not Sky Legends. You Trinity Burn. You Sky Legends when you take make them waste their attack. That's the only good thing about V-Birds is
I think we could have got a cheeky Sky Legends in there. We just
bench the Coco and use it. There's no reason not to do that.
Yeah,
Come on.
That's fair.
Come on.
What if they hammer? No, if they hammer off the lightning, then there you go.
Sure. They're more likely to Marnie, but yeah, hammer stuff. Sure. And then it'd be gone forever. Oh, but now we're getting stamped.
Yep. I should have benched.
Luckily,
you're right.
Benched it. I have to crack it.
Oh, but see, we would have won if it was just Sky Legends. we would have won.
You wouldn't have, because you would have been in your deck.
Oh yeah, no, you. I forgot about that part. No, we'll hit it. Watch me hit it. Watch me hit everything. Here we go.
Not Sky Legends now.
How many fire in the disc? Too many fire. I'll dump the coke. I'll dump this guy. That's fine. Grab gentleman.
Grab the mister.
Oh, I 100% should have dumped the fire. It's going in anyway. Bad place from Frank. Oh. It looks like we need a rod or
discard a buffs for
something.
Man, are these decks junk, or are the both of us just terrible players?
Yeah, I think we just burn them.
Yeah, burn.
I don't know if this deck's good or not. I like it. I mean, like, there's no fire energy left. That's pretty. It's volatile, right? Like, do we play an ordinary rod, but yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. I think this deck. We might have to revisit this. We really might have to revisit this. I think it's good. I think we can make a couple changes.
Yeah. Something else that's cool is Struggle Gloves lets you one-hit KO Pikarom with Trinity Burn.
Yeah.
That's very... I think Telescopic Sight's okay. I don't think it's, like, busted in this. Maybe it'd be okay if you, like, added in a Cramorant. Because then you could, like...
Welder to the Cram, yeah.
Because you could, like...
what do you need to hit for 190, though?
Well, you could Sky Legend. You could, yeah, Crobat, Dedenne, Eldegoss, or Choreo. What are you talking about? But another thing you could do is Sky Legends, and Sky Legends, and if you do like 110 to a Raichu, then you could finish it off with a Cram or something. But that's just, we could have put Cramorant in before, but I think if we're gonna put in Telescopic Sight, then it makes it better because then you have more attacking options. But then you would need a Retrieval. Don't have a Rod. Rod's terrible. Stadium Nav is terrible. This list, we literally picked it up from when it had like first been built, way before we even developed V-Birds. So we know a lot more now than we did when this list was crafted, and we've since also forgotten all of it because it's been so long since we've played V-Birds. But this wasn't our Discord pile. It's okay.
I think this is good. I think we keep this around. I think we need to revisit this. I think it's a good deck. I think it deserves a little more TLC. But this is I like this one. If you're watching, here's the list, man. Just try it out. This is in our junk pile.
We will post the PTCGO export code in the description below.
Yes.
Like, comment, and subscribe.
And
I've always wanted to say that. I've never said that.
It will also be
like, comment, and subscribe.
It will also be in our brand new Discord, which you can get from our Undaunted Twitter account, also in the description.
Yes, it will. All of that goodness. Okay, what's next?
So I'm going to bring it back to you to show off this Zacian deck. But first, we're going to check out this clip of Darkbox.
Okay. Yeah, I think 2 Viridian is probably optimal.
Okay. I agree with you there. I'm wondering, did 11 energy seem like fine? Did you ever miss a 10?
No, I thought it was like pretty much the perfect number. like
Okay.
11 energy 2 Viridian was like pretty much perfect, I think.
Is there any utility to the free retreat dark energy?
Nah, I don't think so.
We got. Can you move it with Weavile? I don't remember.
You can move it with Weavile. No, actually you cannot.
That's
It's
basic.
basic.
Yeah.
It's basic.
Okay. Well, no,
I
yeah,
think-
that was
I
really
think-
the only consideration. It seemed good to do that.
I think if you just because you can't Weavile it and you can't like use it with red and blue, it's like well, mostly just the fact that you can't Weavile it. It's like why bother? Like you have 4 switch.
Oh, on that note, so could one of these switch either go or be replaced by a balloon? The only thing that balloon or that switch is better for than balloon is this, and this is only ever in play if you start with it.
Yeah.
I'm not looking at anything.
like-
Can you?
Here,
What is this?
Yeah, what if you went 2 or 3 balloon instead of switch, and then we would have an extra space or 2? Because I think
Have these?
you want something to get conditions like Muck or
Yeah.
Raichu. Yeah, Switch is still a good card, and I wouldn't go below 2, but 4 seems like. Did you feel like you needed all 4?
I think I could have gotten away with 3. It's just one of those cards. Like the reason I had 4 was like it's not that you use 4 to win the game; it's that you want to draw one right when you need it, like at the beginning of the game, for instance.
Yeah, I'm just thinking like if hands behind our back and we're forced to make cuts for some other utility, like if hypothetically we went down to 2 switch and a balloony, so effectively 3 switch, and then we open up a spot in that way, and then also while we're talking, I want to you find value from this, and do you think this could go down to 3? And if we like it a lot for the Pokemon search, which I agree it's very good for, you could go down to 3 tag call, I think, because I mean you only really need to do the red and blue thing once. You can replace it immediately with a single Cherish Ball, which opens up your option for Dedenne, and then just drawing into the Silvally and the Weavile.
Yeah.
Like without red and blue.
So I really liked the 4 tag call because like it makes it so likely that you get the red and blue because you really want to red and blue like turn 2, and then a lot of times you even also want to do it on turn 3.
Okay.
And I was pulling that off a lot of the time just from playing 4 tag call.
Okay.
So I think, and I mean, tag call finds like your whole deck, right? Like it finds like your main attacker, and then like your guys that you want to have in the discard, and then you can even like it's double utility, right? Because you get the red and blue, and then you grab a tag team that you then discard with the red and blue.
Yeah, okay. Cool. That's fine with me. What about the supporter counts? Like, do you obviously 2 red and blue, and then looking at the rest of these, this 3/1/3 block here in the corner, like, is the 3 boss necessary? Could one be a counter catcher hypothetically? Because if like our greedy crush play after the Dark Moon is always going to be on GXs. So
I like that idea a lot, Dustin.
Would let us
Great catcher.
Thank you. Great catcher.
Yeah, I don't hate that. I liked the 3 boss a lot because you do like need them pretty frequently, and if you have to like discard one, like you just want to be able to find boss when you need it. But I don't hate the great catcher at all. I guess I'm wary. I guess I'm wary of like when you have a 1 of that's like kind of crucial to the strategy. If you discard it early, that kind of sucks.
I mean,
effectively is the boss because specifically in this deck, you can't say it for every deck in like ADP, for instance, because you want bosses because you want to knock out Crobats and Eldegoss and random stuff. But this deck specifically wants to sweep up the game with a greedy crush, and in that case, Great Catcher is the same thing.
Yeah, that's true. It also thins. It also thins for Soul Valley, which is cool.
And discards your boys.
Yeah.
I mean, although if it's at the end of the game, it doesn't matter. But yeah. And then note of Cynthia Caitlin and research. Like, could any of these research be Marnie's? Like, is the Cynthia Caitlin? I mean, it probably seems worth it just to have some draw off of tag call, which I'm fine with. But like, did you ever feel like fuck, this research I'm getting rid of too much, or is it's just like
No.
too good?
Actually, I don't think I would change the supporter count aside from the boss change that you just made. Like I was skeptical a little bit. But the Cynthia Caitlyn is actually really good because you have a lot of hands where you basically just need to get like one more thing, but you can't afford to like discard that much. Um, like you have hands where like you can't get rid of a Weavile or something.
Yeah.
Or like yeah, I think the Cynthia Caitlyn was good. Plus, just being able to get it from tag call was pretty good.
With the nature of it being like a combo deck, right? I think like having Marnie and just throwing like one of your combo pieces at the very bottom of your deck, it might be like a little annoying sometimes. And not to say that it's not the same thing as discarding it with research, but
I wouldn't, I would not play Marnie because you're not consistent enough to like reliably always draw what you need from Marnie. It's not really that kind of deck.
I saw Tord on stream playing this in something, and it actually seemed pretty interesting.
Mm.
I think that's not terrible.
Computer search.
Yeah,
it's computer search, but it's a supporter. So like,
not so volley though. So like,
yeah. I mean, I get that.
I think we should maybe all watch some games and just debate like what I would like to see some games with this version of the deck first. And, oh, that hand looks nuts! It looks insane.
oh my god,
that's stupid.
See, I was getting hands like this against ADP, and I was just
jeez.
Is Loop Metal a difficult matchup? No, right?
Well, they play Power Plant, so you just have to like not use the Mewtwo. But it's like, yeah, I think it's kind of tough. It's kind of tough.
Tag call double commas.
I should probably like power up the Umbreon Darkrai
exactly,
instead.
Yeah. So
of the Mewtwo.
You want to do that, and then you want to try to what did he start? Did he start Zam?
Yes, he starts.
No, he's
yeah. So you want to like, I don't know. I mean, you want to, I guess, like bait him to like putting down a Luke Metal, and then you want to like Dark Moon the Luke Metal. I don't know like what your prize mapping is for this because he's gonna try to do like a 7 prize game on you.
I got 2 Sneasels prized.
Yeah, that's okay. That's okay in this matchup because it's not gonna. They're not gonna rush you, so that's like fine.
Yeah,
I'm gonna take all of this footage and just throw it into the Google Drive.
So I think maybe you just like
try to use the other type null. I think.
Yeah, I think what you try to do is you just use the Zoro Ninja, right? Because then you're only ever having 2 energy on an attacker at a time. You can like still do a lot of damage.
I almost just want to like get a crow. I didn't check to see if my Crobat was in there. I'd almost, instead of searching, because I can. Yeah, I like these comps.
You have Crobat, so you could do that.
Okay. So I probably did some missequencing, but
it's I think
I want to like that and then.
Yeah, I think you want to use the Zoro Ninja against this deck because it doesn't need an ability and you never have to put more than 2 energy on it. So like even if they full metal wall you, you can just like switch more energy onto it.
Okay, that's cool. So this hand is pretty good because I can tag call for red.
Yeah, blue. I would have even calmed and gotten well no, I not. Yeah, I guess not. Yeah. You're right. Yeah, so you just tag call for like red and blue and I don't know, something.
I guess it's kind of stinks to have this type null active and I like didn't put the other one on the bench because I guess it could get knocked out, but
yeah, if he sends up Zacian and takes the knockout, then you like get the first hit on the Zacian, so you're trading better. So that's like fine.
Yeah. That's fine, yeah. Oh no, don't do it. It's too good. Oh.
Yeah, Marnie. Yeah. That's okay. That's okay. Okay, so you can.
What's up, Dene? Yeah. All right.
Yeah, you just get the Dedenne for sure.
All right. So I'm gonna switch into probably the Zora Ninja. Or do I even switch? I just kind of want to keep this guy out of harm's way.
Yeah. For sure. Yeah, you definitely make the leave out. I don't know. The only reason I don't like setting up the Zoro Ninja is then he just like hits it with the Zacian.
Right.
I think that's fine though, because so ideally you'll take the knockout with Zoro Ninja here, and then you will absorb a hit and then start to go in with the Umbreon Darkrai
Well,
for
okay,
a
so
hopeful Dark Moon, right?
if you can red and blue, yeah. So you red and blue here, you get a bunch of energy, and then so next turn you can actually Dark Moon the what's it called, the Zacian. If you get like get a Turbo Patch Heads.
Yeah, you'll just need a balloon probably, which shouldn't be crazy hard to get with the Silvally out now.
Yeah, so
And probably. Do I want to keep my second Silvally around
No,
just in case?
Not at this point. I don't think you
Probably
need
not.
energy.
No, you can
discard.
calm. You can use it to calm. I don't know.
The only thing is, do you have energy in discard?
No, not yet.
Yeah.
But I have the.
I would have dumped the energy. Well, yeah, you quick ball too. You just need something. You need an energy in there for a Turbo Patch.
I would dump the energy with
You're
Quick
gonna try to
Ball, calm away whatever Pokemon you grab, and then Tag Call into nothing and just Silvally for 5.
Yeah, you just need to hit need to hit attach plus Turbo Patch Heads.
You also still have you also still have another, turn.
Right. I mean, I'm truthfully at this point, because I'm set up just like dumping cards. Like there's not even anything I like need to get here.
Yeah,
so like I'm also gonna. I mean, the tag call could get me a Cynthia Caitlyn, so maybe don't dump that.
How many Turbo Patch in deck? 3? Did you prize 1? So, yeah.
I'm not sure.
I would hold on to the tag call. I think that's...
Yeah, just Soul Valley for 4. Soul Valley for 4.
That's fine.
Oh, you got there. Ooh. So actually, don't
patch yet.
Don't Turbo Patch yet. Do it next turn. And just kill Jirachi.
I could get Marnied, but
if he Marnies you, you could just draw one of your other 2 Turbo Patch, or you could and then you get like Soul Valley.
I think
what's the reason for not doing it? Just like the surprise factor.
Yeah, I think like just having 4 energy on board, your opponent's never gonna see the Dark Moon.
Right. I would never Turbo Patch here. If you Turbo Patch onto the bat, he might just kill the bat because he realizes that like that's like fine.
Yeah, I mean, I would move it from the bat.
Oh, right, yeah.
Oh,
I guess you could have Turbo Patched, I guess.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So I drew Sneasel, but I also have a leave out prize.
Yeah. All right, that's actually annoying.
You can still knock it out with the Turbo Patch. Like, you'll still do enough damage with the Zoro Ninja, and you have a clean Zoro Ninja that can.
He has goggles. He has goggles, so I don't think you do.
Yeah, fuck.
I think you can still settle for.
Can maybe try and boss if you like.
Draw into it. And like try and draw like. I want to. See, this is good that I have a tag call because I don't have a supporter, and I could get.
You can tag call for Caitlyn.
Right. So you got like tag call. I actually maybe would not Turbo Patch because you don't have Weavile out, so you can't move it.
No, you want it out of your hand so you can start to.
Okay, fair enough.
Draw with Silvally.
So yeah, the Sneasel definitely put the Sneasel down. I think you like maybe you go tag call for Cynthia Caitlyn and dump the Umbreon Darkrai.
Do I use the supporter before I disc reload?
I think you use supporter first, then Silvally. Yeah.
I just think I'll. No, okay. I was just thinking I might have too many cards in my hand.
Yeah, I mean you don't like need to really Soul Valley to dig for anything this turn. I feel like so.
I mean, can I get the one shot with an attach and another? How many energy do I need? I'm not counting.
I don't think you're knocking out the Zacian.
I don't think you have energy in discard anyway. So.
Yeah, I would have to get some in there.
Yeah. Arrow patch, Viridian.
That's good.
I would save the Viridian because I would save
No,
the
you
Viridian
need
because
you
of
need
how.
to attach return.
I haven't attached return.
Yeah.
I would
Does
just,
it matter? Does
yeah.
it matter because you're not knocking out, regardless, right?
Uh,
I think you save the Viridian.
if I had 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, even if I get another patch and an attach, then I wouldn't get it. So yeah.
Yeah, I
Because
guess
you're
that's
gonna
fine.
trade. You're gonna trade with the Zacian. You're gonna trade with the Zacian, right? So he's gonna hit you. You're gonna knock it out. Then he's gonna go plant stamp to 3.
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot about plant. Yes. Okay, that's a good reason to keep it.
That's what
Just
I was
like-
saying. You need to not put down the first stadium in this matchup.
That Malana is actually fine.
Yeah.
I can. He hasn't GX. Okay.
Yeah, because
So
so he can't boss Sneasel.
I need 7 energy in play to KO the Zacian, because that would be 240 minus 30,
You
210.
can also Dark Moon the Zacian if you draw a switching card.
I can't move the energies.
Oh, you prize your other Weavile, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you just hit it. Yeah, I thought about playing like Frank was like pretty high on playing Ordinary Rod when we were testing, but I almost would rather just like play a third Weavile if we really felt like that was a problem. That was like
Should I Great Catcher this guy? No, I want an energy. Here, I'm gonna Viridian for an energy, Great Catcher it, and then research.
yeah,
Yeah.
What are you digging for with
attach,
the
right?
research?
Or no, attach, right?
Attachment,
'Cause
but
you
maybe nothing. Maybe it's good to keep the boss.
That's what I was thinking. Is I don't know the
kill,
value
you
of
have boss
keeping the
in
boss.
discard. Now you can get rid of it. I think so. Do you kill the Luke metal, right? If you dust it.
Yeah.
You go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Yeah, no, I
6,
think
7,
the
yeah.
Great Catcher is ideal here because
100%.
you ideally Great Catcher, knock this out, hit your Weavile, and then Dark Moon the Zacian, go down to, or no, then that's just game. Yeah.
You just win because you want to draw your Weavile off prizes here, and then you set up the Dark Moon.
The other boss is in there.
Yeah. So you Great Catcher, get rid of energy, Turbo Patch the energy somewhere.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
I would have kept red and blue in deck in case he
Marnie's you.
in case you get the
stamps.
Weavile. You. Yeah. I would have kept red and blue.
I get the, yeah, that's a good point.
You get Soul Valley for 1 there, I guess.
Oh, sorry. Yeah,
It doesn't
totally
matter
should have and
that
could have.
much, but yeah, this is fine.
This is only 240.
No, it's 30 plus, so you're at 2.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Oh no, yeah, no, yeah, you're at 180 plus.
One,
Oh, you're right. It is
oh,
only
yeah,
240.
Yeah, it is 240. Shit.
I think I can't do math. Yeesh.
Yeah, we did mess it up.
I think it's still fine. I think you can set up like a Darkrai play or something.
Also, you can also
Oh, that's a good point. That's a good point. Yeah. I could also burn cards to disc reload, but I can do that next turn, right?
yeah, I wouldn't burn anything.
I'm gonna just do the big hit.
Yeah, that's actually fine, and then you can like
I could, if I'm 60 sniping, he needs to attach the tool to it. Well, if he GX's attack, then he's not on the bench, so I can kill it. Yeah. Okay. I see. I see.
we got rid of. Let's see. Check his discard.
What am I looking for?
But okay, he's down like 2 boss. He's down. Okay.
Okay, so I really want the boss here. And there's like no cards in my deck, because if I boss, I can hit big damage and still knock this out on the bench.
Exactly.
Like I can bring up this Zamazenta, honestly. But then that would be my last boss, but I would likely draw the Weavile. Or I could knock out Jirachi, give myself maximum chances for Weavile, and then knock out anything.
I think
I would-
you hit
I
the
would not even-
Zamazenta and force him to retreat it, because if he doesn't, you can just finish it off with a Crobat, even if you.
I don't know if you even care about bossing. I think you might just like punch active, and then you just draw your Weavile.
I think you dig for the boss, but like if you don't get it, it's not the end of the world.
Like I don't want to dig for it to the point where you like use both your
Wait,
switches.
don't we not have another boss? Does not say that last turn.
Put it on the. Oh, it's
So I just hit, right? Like,
Yeah, just hit him.
I think you
just hit him.
burn one switch
about
in Sil Valley. I think you burn
No,
one
no, no.
switch
Go,
to get
just
2
go
extra
while-
cards.
Yeah, actually, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Burn one switch.
I think you
Alright.
should boss and hit the
Oh, no.
Zamazenta because if he doesn't get out of the active, you just win the game, and if he does, you still have Weavile to
Yes.
Dark Moon. So I think this is the best play.
I'll just try it out. It sounds fun. I'm curious. I shouldn't have put the energy on the Crobat. You're
Yeah,
right.
but-
You're right.
No,
I mean,
the Crobat was
he's
correct.
gonna knock. Because I know he could just kill it, but then yeah.
Oh, cool.
Come on, Weave. Come on, Weave.
Big
Oh, no.
Weave.
Come on, Weavile. Hey. There. Oh. Okay, no boss. So that's game.
Mm,
Oh, wait. Metal Goggles prevents effects. I can't dark.
no,
I
it
have
doesn't
to
prevent.
dark pulse
Does it
it,
prevent
which
effects?
I can't.
Really?
Which I can't.
I thought it
just
only
damage.
prevented placement of damage
It's,
counters.
it's
Yeah.
a bit.
Damage counters.
Oh no. Oh, I'm so stupid. Yeah, I get Parasol. All right. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go,
I
Duck
mean, this
Deck.
deck is. I think this deck's good. It's good. I mean,
think it's pretty
the
good.
It's
attacks
good.
are just like the attacks are so busted that if you like set them all up, you just can't lose. You have to actually set it up.
Right. Dark Moon's just genuinely insane. All right. Next and last, we have this deck, the Turbo Zacian deck that we appropriately called Zacian Bomb. So let's take a look at this list. So we really, I mean, for the most part, this looks like a pretty typical Turbo Zacian list. The most notable difference is what was our obsession with this card, Giant
Broken
Bomb.
card. Broken card.
Frank loves it. Honestly, I love it. It is really good. I mean, it's a great card. So many things are doing 180 or more damage. ADP, Zacian, Eternatus, Blacephalon. Like,
Status
if
Scorch.
they wants to knock out your Zacian, they're gonna be taking 10 damage counters from Giant Bomb. It seems so good. So now we have the pretty typical cast of characters. We got our setup boys. We've got Mawile. We've got some catchers in here, some patches. It's not a turbo deck if you're not playing turbo patch, baby. So
8 patch, baby. Let's get it.
8 patch. So I think the reason this technically qualifies as junk and is in this video and isn't making top 8 at Hegster is because Giant Bomb has its faults. You know, you've only got 3 of them. They get discarded if they don't get used, or if they don't attack into it, or if they just boss around you, which they so often do. And not always are those 10 extra damage counters putting you, like, doing the math that you want. For instance, a very quick example is if you Brave Blade an Eternatus VMAX and they attack you back and knock you out and they take 10 damage counters from Giant Bomb, they are still 10 HP away from being knocked out, which is a big bummer, and we're not playing anything like Zigzagoon in here. So that was kind of troublesome. Or let's say you knock out a Zacian and another Zacian knocks you back, and that's like, aha, they take 10, and then you're just gonna Brave Blade them anyway, which would have knocked them out regardless. So it's okay. I think Giant Bomb has it just has its faults, but it's fun. Oh my gosh, Frank, remember how much fun we had building this?
Yeah, that was like the pre-Undaunted days. This is really one of the this
Yeah.
they brought us together really.
Oh yeah.
And so we were just hanging
Yeah.
out, working on decks, and then we just realized we worked well together and had a bunch of good stuff coming out, and so we got this this deck together, and the rest is history. But I wanted to save this for last. I think this is the best deck of the four. I think Giant Bomb is still a great card, and I think if we put some games in with it, we'll see this is very much underrepresented. And we really didn't junk this. We just didn't. We just forgot about it. In my opinion, I feel like we made it and then we didn't do anything. But I like this deck a lot, and I am excited to watch you play some games with it here.
All right, I think we'll jump into a game. I think we should add a Zamazenta. We definitely built this before Darkness Ablaze had just released, and at that point Zamazenta wasn't really the star of any show, but now it has definitely proven itself to be a 2-of in decks that play.
You can probably cut them a while. Honestly, I don't think Wile's doing you too many favors.
I don't think it's. I mean, well, we have the catcher, and it's a secondary attacker. For Wily Bite can finish KOs that bomb sets up, and it's just an annoying
you
card.
Go 3 Zacian then?
What would you say?
You go 3 Zacian then?
No way, man! I want an Intrepid Sword turn 1. Boom, baby. Probably cut this Orang.
All right, yeah, get him.
Get him.
You can see it.
He's okay. Okay, wait.
You got 8 patch. You got 8 patch.
We don't need Forest in here, do we? That's okay.
It's good for discarding. It's good for discarding cards into the to get patched fuel.
Yeah, patch fuel. Yeah, setting up. All right. You know what? Screw it. We're not saying this is the optimal list. We're just sort of tweaking our junk. We shouldn't even be showing you this, but we are. So let's play some games. Zacian Bomb. Boom. Save. Let's go try it out. Let's hop on that ladder. Let's hop on that famous PTCGO ladder and bring our junk back into the limelight. Zacian Bomb. Oh man, I'm so excited.
I think this is going to be the real X factor. I think this is going to shock us into revisiting.
This is going to shock even ourselves, isn't it?
It really will. I think we didn't give this enough time and effort.
What did Vivid Voltage do for this? What did the evolution of the metagame, even the late Darkness Ablaze metagame, where we saw a resurgence of Pikarom, which was not present when we built this, that combined with Vivid Voltage and how we've seen the metagame develop so far, could a Giant Bomb turbo deck make a resurgence, do you think?
I think so. I think with this, Centiskorch is really heavy in the meta right now, it seems too, which is really good with Giant Bomb, obviously, because you hit great math on Centiskorch if they attack into your bomb, and they're always going to be doing the most damage just because they're hitting you for weakness. So I think in that regards, it could be a good deck. And the Eternatus math is super annoying, like you were saying earlier, so maybe we'll need to put some Zigzagoons or something to patch that up. But I think as an idea, I think this is the best one we got. Giant Bomb is such a broken card. Such a broken card. Right now.
We should probably have some Coating Metal Energies. Not too many, because we need to patch and saucer, but
oh,
2.
yes. I could see go to 12 energy, do 10 basic and 2 Coating Metal. Seems good.
Yeah.
Very good card.
What I'd like is one of those Viridian Forest top decks that we talk so much about. Or Quick Ball.
Oh, yeah.
What are we playing against? Blacephalon, right? Probably.
Great Ball could be... No, yeah, it's probably just Blacephalon.
What?
Clay. Oh.
What on earth? All right,
Charizard. This is the new Charizard. Yes. Oh, yes. This is the new Charizard with Leon.
Another example, like a Charizard taking. Good lord. A Charizard taking 10 damage counters from a Giant Bomb doesn't do much for us. We can't pick it off with something small.
That's true. Well, let her rip here. Draw it into another turbo patch. Just draw another turbo patch.
I don't even know if I should have cat.
Just rip the Denny. Rip the Denny. Just
rip it and win. Oh my god. Oh, look at this hand.
Does he have energy? All right. We're safe for.
Stellar Wish into that giant.
Catcher, Pokemon Catcher up the Charmander.
Oh yeah, and then get the patch. Yeah,
oh
easy.
Yeah. Oh yeah, did Denny do the patch? Well,
yeah.
Oh, there
for
we
sure,
go.
for sure.
There we go.
All right, I already played supporter, right? Yeah, so yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's get another one of these.
Oh,
They're pretty good.
Chromac.
Oh, we're really digging, huh?
Oh, you hit this. If you not get this out, you're chilling. All right, yeah.
Or I can just dump up. Yeah, actually, this is fine.
Nope, just rip.
Also, this. Ooh, let's go. Also,
Heads, bro.
oh, you want me to get heads?
Yeah.
You think my turbo action flip heads on turbo patch?
Do it.
Hold on, let me read the flavor text.
Stop.
It has a preference. It has. Hold on. I just want to know who I'm going to be absolutely demolishing in a second. It has a preference for hot things. When it rains, steam is said to spout from the tip of its tail. Oh, sorry, bud. Good night. Oh, God.
Wow. Inclement.
Oh, no. No, it's okay.
Time to intrepid sword. Oh no.
See, no, they're not. They won't have any fire energy.
Until they top deck Hearth.
No way. We took away their stellar. Yeah, no, they're not top decking fire energy. Oh, but they could totally battle sense for it.
Oh yeah, that'll do it.
No, they don't got it like that.
Nah, man. 41 cards in deck. Energy. Never heard of them.
Then they need Leons. They need at least one Leon in the discard pile to knock me out, which they do not have. I'm not a super huge fan of turbo decks. I don't like flipping heads on turbo patch. It's so annoying.
Yeah, we had that.
Yeah, no, it was ours. We're kind of like, ooh, easy every time. Now look at this. I dare you to attack. Wait, should I try and get it on the Brave Blade and just knock it out? Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, turbo patch to the Zacian and see if you can.
Ooh, boink. I'm probably going to try and hit the... I will retreat if I don't hit it. Probably just going to Marnie. Or do I want to hold the ball?
Do you want to Marnie them? It doesn't look like they didn't play a supporter.
Well, they have a Welder. They have Welder Fire Crystal in hand for sure.
No fire, though.
And they're going to Jirachi. They're going to promote a Jirachi. So they're going to...
So make them Welder onto the Jirachi.
How many Switch do we play? I just don't want to get rid of the 2 energies, bud. And I don't think they need this bomb necessarily. I'm not even going to attack them. They're not attacking next turn.
Well, the other thing is, though, you want to keep the boss in hand, right? Because if you just...
No, well, because then I would also need, like, if I wanted to attack with Brave Blade again, I kind of want to have... I want to assault with Charmander.
You're right.
See? Gas.
Yeah, that was great.
I probably should have saved that. You know, and I'm actually going to put it on the Zacian.
No, that's correct.
Yeah. All right. Hold the Viridian. I don't want them to use it. Also hold the patch.
Yeah.
Just feel like it. Boom. Obviously taking advantage of a pretty poor setup.
Yeah. I mean, you still have 6 energy down turn 2, though. Like, that's pretty stupid.
We're down 3 patch and 2 saucers, so let's see how much late game we can accomplish. But yeah, the giant bombs really aren't coming into play right now. It just looks like a turbozation deck. But
it doesn't always have to be a giant bomb deck, right? Like, I think giant bomb is just there when you want it, and the whole point is to just attack with Zacian turn 2.
You know, Frank, maybe, and hear me out, maybe we do need something that does a little bit of chipping damage, just something small. Because think about it, like if a Blacephalon knocks you out and they take 10 damage counters, what, are you going to Brave Blade a Blacephalon that has 20 HP left? You're going to Assault Tackle it? You're going to Wily Bite it? None of those are good options.
All right, so I think...
Great. Coating Metal. Frank, while I'm playing this game, why don't you go ahead and take a look in the Vivid Voltage set and tell me what you see. Is there anything in there? I know there's like a new Dialga, or maybe we want to bring back that old Duraludon.
I'd like something that could, like, spread damage around. Maybe not. Let's see here.
I'm cooking, by the way.
Oh, yeah. All right.
Check me out. See, I'm going to attack. Well, you know what? This is a great example of, I think, where Giant Bomb is pretty useful. I almost find more success with it putting it on benched Pokemon. Like, I'm not going to get a lot of value on this Zamazenta, because if they knock out the Zamazenta with a Charizard and they take 10, I'm going to Brave Blade it anyway. Brave Blade's going to knock them out. However, if they like have this crazy Candy Charizard boss, they're going to boss the Zacian, not take 10, and then I don't have an option to KO them. So I'm going to put it on the Zacian. If they knock out the Zamazenta,
I mean, that's 100% correct. I think.
Yeah. So Giant Bomb definitely, almost not definitely.
It's a cute little tech. We only have 3. It's only if we're playing 4 and like recovery or whatever.
Yeah.
So there is I'm not even in Vivid Ultras. There's that Berserker that does +20, which isn't terrible.
That's not in Vivid Voltage. That's in the previous.
No, I know. I'm just looking at Metal Pokemon. There's Galarian Stunfisk.
Remember, we also made a deck. We made a Berserker Zacian.
We did. I think
that should be in this video.
I think that was in this deck, and we took it out. Maybe.
Yeah, we also had Birdkeeper at some point in Jirachi's. I remember we made
a Zacian deck. Oh yeah, I remember. It was like
there's a bunch of junk hunt Zacian decks we could have shown you. Yeah. Oh my goodness.
There's a Galarian Stunfisk in Vivid Voltage. It's if this Pokemon's in the active and is damaged, put 3 damage counters on the attacking Pokemon.
Yeah, it also takes 3 energy to attack, right?
Yeah, I think you just let him chill there.
Oh, you just let him chill there?
Just let him chill, bro.
A good strategy.
There's Aegis /V. Has slash for 50, and Sonic Edge gets through all.
I'm looking for I'm thinking the piece of this puzzle would be something that like does 10 spread or some sort of like small damage for 1 energy on a non-2-prizer. Like Duraludon.
Yeah, it's just Duraludon. There's nothing metal-wise. Best card you got is the Young.
You're right. Unless we wanted to completely flip this on its head and like put in Jirachi's Zigzagoons and Nets, which is wicked, but
that's a possibility. Yeah, well, I don't hate that either.
Yeah, so basically, I think what we like about this is just the Giant Bomb, and now I'm kind of thinking, let's revisit some potential Giant Bomb decks in the future.
Giant Bomb's a good card. It just needs its day in the sun.
Poor soul, poor fella.
That game's a wrap.
We're cleaning this one up, huh?
Yeah, oh yeah. Honestly, I think you probably could have just brought up.
Oh yeah.
You just brought up the Dene and Noricorio, and you have the 2 Zacians.
Yeah, you're right, and just one like that. No, I'm gonna slow punish him. I'm going for the slow burn.
Oh, you hate to see it.
But no, I'm definitely just going to knock out whatever is active, and then I have 2 Zacians in play. He cannot knock out both in the same turn, and I will win with the boss. It is over. I will thin so he can't. I could have also quick balled that metal, or did I just take one of those off the prize cards? I'm not sure. There's some stuff I could have done. But, we'll call him A, we'll call him B. We're not playing. This isn't a deck strategy video. This is a look at what we once built video.
This is a crappy deck video.
I'm not playing optimally. I really want to boss that Charmander, though. Wouldn't that be fun? That is not the correct play. It is literally incorrect.
Do you have any more boss? Do you know how many boss you have?
That was only the first one.
Do you have Jump Bluff too, right? I mean...
Oh, Jump Bluff, I wish, man. What is this, 2010? State Championships?
Eldegoss. It's the same. That's the same. The dandelion looking.
Eldegoss. I don't have any room for Eldegoss. What do you think? He's going to knock something out?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So the fun play is obviously to boss the Charmander, but the correct play is to Assault Tackle the Jirachi and save the boss for the Oricorio or Dedenne to Brave Blade with either of my powered up Zacians on the following turn for the game. I really, really want to catch
boss it. Make him quit. Boss the Charmander. This is a fun video.
Going for the scoop? Make him scoop.
And this man's career.
Here, let me see what's left in my deck. Let me see if I have any. 30 seconds for me. Okay, I've got the Goss and no other boss, but you know what? I'm going to draw off the prize cards. So let's get this Goss, assuming he takes the
you're a Pokemon catcher, bro.
Oh, baby, let's go.
You got a couple Pokemon catcher in there.
He's just going to scoop right here, isn't he?
Oh, come on.
I keep saying he. They. We have no idea. Hey! Yeah, they just scooped one even quicker. Okay, so Giant Bomb, it made no difference. They had an unfortunate turn where they could have knocked out my active Zamazenta and left them a little bit on the road.
You
Didn't
made
really do much.
you made some good points though about the bomb, right? It's just like putting it on the Pokemon on the bench and keeping.
I think put it on the best target. The quick example that I laid out was pretty good. You want to kind of put your opponent between a rock and a hard place. If I put it on the active Zamazenta that one turn, he'd been like, "Oh, great, bossing the Zacian is just easy. It's more of the threat, and it doesn't have the bomb." But if I put it on the Zacian, they're like, "Well, crap. If I knock out the Zamazenta, I'm going to get Brave Bladed. But if I boss the Zacian, which is going to Brave Blade me, then I'll take bomb damage, and then Assault Tackle can finish me off." So it's kind of that little dance about just balancing the correct attachments.
Yeah, I think it's, again, maybe not the centerpiece of the deck, but I think it's a great tool to just have. And it again can, in some other matchups, Centiskorch, Pikarom can set up some good math and some, get you some KOs where you otherwise wouldn't get them. Inteleon, right? And so I think this deck is a real contender. I just think it probably, like you said, needs a couple tweaks. A Zigzagoon ping or something like that could make the deck good.
I like Duraludon against a deck like Impulse because if you Metal Sharpener with a bomb attached, like they'll die from it, and you're also accelerating, and it can also like finish KOs and offset the prize trade. So currently, if this Duraludon ever gets knocked out, it makes no difference for your opponent's prize exchange.
Yeah, because you'll always force the 7th prize game like that.
Yeah, you force the 7th prize, which I think is a very cool aspect of the Pokemon trading card game in general, and it's very cool whenever you can take advantage of it. So, yeah, this is a fun list. We'll post it again to the video. We'll post this one here with the coding metal, the only change from Vivid Voltage. But yeah, share with us what you might have in mind. A Turbo Zacian deck, a Giant Bomb deck. Maybe should this have gone in the discard pile? Is it junk? Should I cut a card because I'm at 61? Who knows?
Find out next time on.
Save this and oh no.
But yeah, thanks everybody for tuning into the video. Check the description for all those links we talked about, and feel free to follow Undaunted as well as all of its members on Twitter for new updates, and check out our new Discord. Become part of the Undaunted community we're trying to start here. So this is it for episode 1 of the Junk Hunt, and hopefully we'll be seeing you again after Vivid Voltage kind of lives out its 3 months in the sun, and we have a new set to focus on. We can revisit those crappy ideas that we haven't even come up with yet. So.
Or maybe if we're lucky and all of our ideas are really good, we'll just have to confuse one for the next video.
All right. Thanks again, guys, and see you next time.